Hey Kings of Dragons, Dragon King 551 here, and today I wanted to do one outside of those fan fiction videos. This is kind of a fan fiction part 3, but not really. This is ones where I would say things I would change for fanfic if I'm writing fanfic, which I am, and these are things that I would change. First off, Iris West dead. Move on. Give Barry someone better. I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. I really would like Super Flash or Snowberry to be a thing. I don't really feel that they're really well made together. I don't like the chemistry of them, and I explain it in Flash parts from part 1 to part 15, my reasoning behind everything that went wrong in the Flash, and explain Snowberry into certain parts of that stuff, and you'll see those videos of those parts explaining that. Moving right along, Klaus Michelson alive for Hope. Look, I've said this time and time again. She's already came to terms with her mother's death, and that's another reason maybe why she's not mentioned so much in Legacies. But we know that Phoebe Tonkin bought the character rights and didn't want it to be mentioned. So for me, it's just like we don't really need her alive, but would want her alive anyway. Like, I would love her to be alive to help Hope through her humanity and everything. So ultimately, I think that, you know, it would help, but I feel like Klaus would flicker her humanity on better because her trauma is more with like daddy issues and stuff than mother issues, because she kind of already came to terms with her mother's death and everything. And she still blames herself for Klaus. For this one, like, if I was doing a Harry Potter one, which I am working on, James, Sirius, Lupin, Lily, all alive. Fred and George alive. Tonks alive. Mad Eye alive. Snape alive. You know, just some characters that I just don't think that should die. First off, I also want to state that Snape getting bit and killed by Nagini is kind of stupid because he's a potions master. You don't think he was taking like anti-snake venom and everything. There's a scene in how it should have ended on Harry Potter and stuff in on YouTube, and pretty much it's a scene where basically Snape says, I've been drinking potion to protect myself from the snake and stuff. Like, you really think he wouldn't? And honestly, I just don't think either Weasley twins should die. I don't think that it's like made for it. Don't ask me how I would make James and Lily alive. I just know that they would. And for Sirius, the only reason that I say he can survive is because Avada Kedavra is explained. It has to be with intent to kill that person, because when when Snape does it to Dumbledore, the beam is not even green. It's like a turquoise, bluish, greenish color. So it's not even like the right color when it hits. When it hits Harry, it's a full intent green beam. When it's fired at from Bellatrix's wand to Sirius, the only reason he dies is because he stumbles backwards into the veil and everything. If he doesn't fall into the veil, he may survive it because the spell only hit his arm. It didn't hit his chest area and stuff. So frankly, I don't see him dying that way and everything. And these are just ways that I would change how people die and stuff. Now, I don't remember how Lupin and Tonks die. They never say what they get hit with, or, you know, like how Fred or George like was laughing thing when the wall blew up behind them. But frankly, I found that a stupid way for like Fred or George to die. They could have apparated out of there and saved themselves. So honestly, I think there are definitely ways to save Fred and George and not kill anyone off in the Weasley family. But that's all I got for you guys, and things that I would change in fanfic in certain stories and stuff. There may be other ones that I may change, but that's when I release my fan fictions and start telling you about them and everything. But that's all I got for you guys. So until next time, don't forget to stay radical. See you in the next one. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and tell me in the comments if you were writing a fan fiction, or if you are writing a fan fiction, what you would change to make sure certain characters stay alive, or there are just certain things, such as like in One Tree Hill, would you allow Brooke and Lucas to be a couple and stuff, or would you allow certain couples and stuff along the lines of that? But that's all I got for you. I'll see you in the next one.